guys.
This is the Tino and Toddy show.
This is the Tino and Toddy show, and we are back. And today we are actually doing our first episode of the Tino and Toddy reading
Spot.
What is it? The Tino and Toddy
Reading spot.
The Tino and Toddy reading spot. Yeah, we are. And today, what did we choose with episode 1? What are we going to read today, Teen?
Pancho Power.
It is. It's Pancho Power. And the reason when we're going to do Pancho Power is we actually already read this once. And where did we read it?
At school.
We did. We read it in Tino's class and Miss Wangler at the Fairview Elementary School. Okay. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and begin Pancho Power, right?
Yeah.
Pancho Power. Okay.
And Toddy was my mystery reader.
I was Tino's mystery reader at school, and we did read Pancho Power. This story is about a young boy named Ezra. Ezra, like many children, loves football. Do you love football, Tino?
Yeah.
Okay. His favorite team is the Buffalo Bills. Ever since Ezra can remember, he and his papa have gone to all the Bills' home games. Some of his favorite games have been in the blistering cold month of December. And when the snow is falling, the hot chocolate is flowing, and the games can mean the most. Okay, are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay, we're moving on. And there's Ezra.
Ezra.
Ezra has watched his favorite players play their best. On the flip side, he has also witnessed times when they have not played their best, when adversity caused their competitive spirits to fade. Despite the ups and downs, one thing is for sure. Ezra has never wavered his love of the game and his loyalty as a fan. Ezra is also no stranger to adversity. Ezra is a fighter, too. He is fighting a disease called cancer. Just like the Bills players, some days Ezra is at his best, and some days he is not at his best. But no matter what, he keeps fighting and keeps his spirits high.
Hi.
Yeah, high. People say there are 11 men on the field, but the fans are like a 12th man, or in our case, a 12th boy. Ezra may be small in stature, but he is the biggest, and I mean the biggest fan. He is Pancho Billa.
Pancho Villa.
Pancho Billa. Who is Pancho Billa, you might ask? Well, let's turn the page, Tino, and find out. Good work, Teen. Okay. One Sunday morning, Ezra woke up to hear his papa chanting, "Vamos, Buffalo." Usually when Ezra heard the chant, he would jump out of bed to join in the fun. But today was different. Today, Ezra didn't feel well. He was not at his best. "Vamos, mijillo. It's time to get ready for the game," Papa said excitedly. "I don't feel so good," said Ezra. "I'm not sure I can go." "¿Qué pasa?" Papa asked. "I feel weak," Ezra explained. "Plus, I don't want the other kids to make fun of me. I'm losing my hair." "Well," said Papa, "I have something for you that has a very, very special power. Are you ready to change it? Change the page."
I think it's Pancho Power.
All right. Papa pulled a red, white, and blue mask out of a bag. This is a special mask. When your abuela was alive, he wore this to all the Buffalo Bills games. When he put it on, he could feel the Pancho Power. "That's a really cool mask," said Ezra. "Can I try it on?" "Of course you can," said Papa. "It's yours." Ezra put the mask over his face. Suddenly, he had an abundance of energy. He jumped out of bed and ran right to the mirror. "This looks really cool. I think I'm feeling stronger." Pancho!
Power!
Pancho!
Power!
Well, if you're up for it, chuckled Papa, you better get ready for the El Yugo. Ezra put on warm clothes along with his red, white, and blue poncho. He looked in the mirror to check out his outfit. All right. Something is missing, Ezra thought. Ezra found his blue sombrero that Mama bought when she was in Mexico. Ezra even put on wristbands that matched his sombrero. His costume was complete.
It was complete.
Fantastico. This will be perfect with my mask, shouted Ezra. Vamos, Buffalo!
Vamos, Buffalo.
Vamos, Buffalo.
Okay.
When they arrived at the stadium, Ezra saw Buffalo fans dressed in some pretty creative costumes. Many were walking and wearing gigantic chicken wing hats on their head.
Like him.
Yeah, let's show everyone. You want to show everyone? Go ahead and show everyone. Where's the chicken wing?
Right there.
Chicken wing. Chicken wing. Say chicken wing.
Chicken wing.
Chicken wing. A man with a large furry buffalo hat smiled and pointed at Ezra. Let's go, Buffalo! He shouted as he led a group of fans into the stadium.
Right there. Probably.
Let's go ahead. Is that it? Check it out, everyone. That looks like something Toddy would wear, huh?
Yeah.
Captain Buffalo was a guy wearing a blue mask shaped like Batman. And standing next to him was Bill's foot. These fans really love their team. We do love our team, huh?
Yeah.
We do.
Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo Bills. As Ezra walked into the stadium, many fans complimented him on his mask. He could feel everyone's energy. In that moment, everything felt right, and he held his head high. Do you want anything from the concession stand before we sit down? Papa asked. See, Ezra said with a big smile peeking out of his mask.
Right there.
Papa and Ezra waited in the line. Papa and Ezra waited in line for their yummy food. When it was their turn, Papa made his order and the concession worker handed Ezra a large soda and a big tub of popcorn,
Popcorn.
or Ezra called it palomitas.
Panita.
Ezra wrapped his arm around the popcorn tub, hugging it against his poncho, while his other hand was busy carrying his soda. He was super duper excited to get to his seat, but he walked carefully so he didn't spill a single piece of popcorn on the ground. Okay, getting into the game now. Ezra and Papa sat right behind the Buffalo Bills sideline. Next to Ezra was another super fan wearing a Buffalo Bills dress and holding blue and red pom-poms.
Right there.
Yeah, that's it. Let's show everyone. Do you see it, everybody? Point at it, Tino. Yep, that's another Buffalo Bills super fan. Okay. Ezra looked around and saw the super fans of other teams were also there cheering in the stadium. He knew at that moment it was an important game.
Yeah.
Okay. And before we go on, check out Batman right in the back.
Right there.
Mm-hmm.
There's bat ears.
All right. As the Bills took the field, all the Buffalo fans cheered and shouted, "Woo! Woo!" Ezra felt a wave of energy coming from the Bills players and the fans. One player stopped right in front of Ezra. "I love your mask," he said. "What's your name, little guy?" And all of a sudden, a powerful feeling surged through Ezra, as if the Pancho power was flowing through his blood. "My name is Pancho Billa."
Power.
Pancho Power, but his name is Pancho Billa. Pancho Billa, that's one name I'll never forget, said the player. He reached out and gave Pancho Billa a fist bump. A fist bump. A fist bump. Oops. "Now you have Pancho Power too," shouted Pancho Billa as the player ran onto the field. The game was a nail-biter right from the start. The Bills and the opposing team both scored quickly and were neck and neck the whole game. Anytime the opponent scored, the Buffalo Bills scored. The fans were on their feet the whole time.
We don't want them to win.
No, we don't. That's the Broncos. Shh. Pancho power! Pancho Billa cheered and cheered and cheered. Late in the fourth quarter, we're getting down to it. The Bills were behind. The fans were quiet, and the team's spirit faded. Ezra knew there was something he had to do. Most had given up, but he was a fighter. He turned his heart outwards, summoned all his courage, and cheered as hard as he could through his mask. Pancho power, he cried. Pancho power. Say it one time, Tino.
Pancho power.
He knew he couldn't give up. One by one, other fans joined in to help him cheer on the team. A drop of cheers turned an ocean of joy with 15 seconds left in the game. The Bills had the ball. One last chance. The ball was snapped. Two blitzers came rushing right at the quarterback. A player wide open. It was the one who gave Pancho Billa the high five. The quarterback made a quick, desperate throw. And it's a touchdown! It's a touchdown! 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 Pancho Billa was the loudest cheering fan that day. He knew his team could do it. On the Jumbotron, you could see Pancho Billa's happy face, smiling. Before the players filed on the field, the player who caught the winning touchdown pass stopped to thank Pancho Billa. Thanks for the Pancho power, said the player as the whole scene played out on the Jumbotron. Here, you can have this. Thank you, said Pancho Billa as he took the football from the player. He raised his fist high and screamed with all of his might for everyone in the crowd and said what? Pancho power! Ezra never forgot that game. The joy of being a part of what he loved gave him the strength to keep fighting. On that day and forever after, Ezra will be known as the legend, Pancho Billa. The end.
The end.
The end. That was our first episode of the Reading Spot.
Yep.
Pancho Power is all done. Now, every week we'll read another story. Some short, some long, some funny, some maybe sad. But we're always going to read a story every Thursday, okay? All right. Well, Tino and Toddy are out. We'll see you next time.
Like and hit the like button.
Oh, very good. Like button, subscribe,
Subscribe
and peace.
and peace.